Nehruvian socialism or Nehruvian vision of secularism has very little to do with the constitution in the first place. It has very little to do with the antecedents of this particular document. It has very little to do with the building blocks and the foundational ingredients of this book called the Constitution. So, as part of my own vision statement or the assignment or the task that I have cut out for myself, and over which or with respect to which I've already started working, from a more rigorous standpoint, from a more scholarly standpoint, as opposed to mere talking point for the purposes of rhetoric, is to treat the document primarily as a civilizational document and generate as much argument and generate as much support for that particular position as possible, so that you're in a position to reinforce the position of dharma as a policy making construct in the life and polity of India. Fortunately for me, turns out that history is not pitted against my position. It is in fact consistent with my position. It is in fact helpful to my position. And that's precisely why I started looking at this particular issue. Because at the end of the day, Article 370's debate is now going to force us to ask the identity of each of the princely states that acceded to the Indian Union, and thereby ask, if the individual units had a specific character, how is it that that particular character has been deprived of the larger whole, or let's say of the whole which is effectively, let's say, a conglomeration of those units. If 565 states were the number of princely states, out of them a significant number of them had a specific religious character, and the partition has a religious basis, and subsequently two different unions are formed, is it the position of people who want to read history that these Hindu princely states came together to form a country which is avowedly anti-Hindu through a document which is meant to be anti-Hindu? That particular logic certainly didn't sit well with me.